Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Sheffield United match reaction on the channel. Oh, I've waited such a long time to hear the words Sheffield United win away. 3-1 away to QPR. Probably a lot of people saying this is the biggest game of the season, and I think it is. I really do think that is the biggest game of the season. We could have easily folded at 1-0 down. We were by far the better team in that first half. Now, a lot of people giving United stick for that first half. Ollie Norwood won as well, saying that we weren't good enough. We didn't do this, we didn't do that. I think we played all right in that first half. I just think that they did the one thing that we couldn't do, and that's put the ball in the back of the net. They had two attacks for me in that first half. One right towards the end of the half, and the one where Charlie Austin scored. Very well taken header. Great ball in from Adoma, and very well taken. We huffed and puffed, played some great stuff, but the final ball wasn't good enough, and it just didn't drop for us at times. There was one that I can't remember for the life of me who played it through. I don't know whether it was Norwood, whether it was Fleck, whether Ndai, but Sander Berge ran straight through the middle of their defence, and it landed perfectly. Well, no, it should have landed perfectly on Sander Berge's foot. It was just a little bit too hard. And Sander really, if he'd have put a little bit more effort in, he might have got closer to the ball. I'm not saying that he was gonna get there, but I just feel like he gave up on it way too early. So yeah, a lot of kind of flicks and tricks and things just not coming off. Final ball not good enough. Things not dropping for us. That first half, we dominated without actually creating many clear-cut chances, if any. But the thing what I liked was the fact that we took it to QPR from minute go. We knew that this was a massive game. They didn't seem to care about it. They didn't seem to think this is a big game for them. They took the chance, but actually they did not seem interested in that game. It was just a bit of quality from Adoma and Basham getting caught under the ball from Charlie Austin. Anyway, we go into the second half and it was completely night and day. I just think that we were just so much more direct in that second half. It was great to see. We've tipped it and tapped it a lot this season, the Blades, without actually creating a lot. And tonight we had something like 27 shots, something like that, 9 on target. But there was only one shot on target in the first half for us. So the fact that we had eight shots on target in that second half is fantastic to see. And I'm guessing that at least 20 of the shots were in the second half, if not more. But we really took it to him in that second half and got the goal quite early as well. I'm just trying to remember how early it was. It was in the 54th minute, so actually a lot later than I thought. But we did really take it to him. We had a lot of crosses into the box, a lot of corners, a lot of long throws. And what I liked about that was Jackie Longthrow was throwing them in from left and right tonight, and that's what I want to see. Because yeah, sometimes it's good to play short and get a cross in, but if you can't get that cross in, you may as well just launched it in the box. And we really showed tonight that we can cause a lot of problems for another team when we get that ball into that box and we're a bit more direct. We've been so used to playing great football, great passing football, pass, move. And let's be honest, everybody in world football would rather play football that way. But sometimes it doesn't work out, and we've overplayed stuff a lot this season. Tonight we did not do that. We played some football, but we also got the ball into the box and attacked it. And yeah, that's pretty much all 3 goals came from crosses that we attacked, whether it was from someone's foot, whether it was from someone's head. The ball went into the box and the Blade scored from it. And I'm trying to remember the first goal now because we've done a watch along. So shout out to those that were in the watch along. I hope you really enjoyed it. We certainly enjoyed it. But the ball came into the box. I'm gonna have to rewind it. I've got it right in front of me right now. But obviously, 𝐍𝐸𝐵𝐍 took it fantastically well. It was great to see. So the ball comes into the box from the corner from Ollie Norwood. A big header back from Egan. 𝐍𝐸𝐵𝐍 swivels on it. He gets it blocked and it lands perfectly for 𝐍𝐸𝐵𝐍. Now, a lot of these, there were a lot of things that happened in the first and second half where it just didn't fall for us. Even in that first 10 minutes of the second half, lots of headers, lots of swivels and shots and balls just not dropping. I think a lot of them nearly dropped to 𝐍𝐸𝐵𝐍 and he just could not kind of get his foot on him. I think there was one from Egan where he tried to have a shot and he just got the ball taken off his foot. And then this one, I thought the goalkeeper was fantastic. 20-year-old goalkeeper. I think that was only his second ever 90 minutes. So very, very well done. I think it was Mahoney, I think the goalkeeper was. Fair play to him. Very, very well done tonight. And Jack Robinson, I think it was just before the first goal that we scored, had a little flick header that went right into the corner and with his fingertips, he just pushed it round the post. Very, very good save. And then there's not much he could do for any of the goals, really. For the first one, the ball finally just lands perfectly for 𝐍𝐸𝐵𝐍 and he finishes it with a plum. What a great, great finish that was. And that gets us back in the game and he's going celebrating to the fans and stuff like that. But then after he's celebrated for 3, 4, 5 seconds, he's then running back to the centre because we really, really want to win this game. We really, really do. And we go and win it. Now, we gets back to the centre and then we go at them again. We go at them again, and that's what we needed to do. But I just love the fact that all day long we were playing this deep ball from the corner for Egan to head back across or for someone to head back across. And it happened twice today where somebody headed the ball back. The first goal came from Egan heading it back across unmarked. A lot of our play was unmarked tonight, to be honest. I thought QPR were really, really poor at certain points in this game. But yeah, the first one, Egan heads it back across and we managed to get the ball onto Ndai's foot. And for some reason, I seem to... There we go, and I'm back. My screen just went frozen for a second. Yeah, so Egan heads that one back, and Dive manages to find the back of the net. And then on the next one, we play something off the training ground, really. It's Fleck. It's looking like he's going to launch the ball into the box. Norwood comes short, and then he flicks it round the corner. I think he puts a bit too much air on it, because it goes really, really high up. I think he's trying to make this a little bit flatter. But it kind of loops up in the air, which is perfect because Bash comes in on that right-hand side. And actually, that may have been exactly what they were after. Because why would Chris Basham be stood on the right-hand side of the box, who's one of our best headers of the ball, if the ball's going to be kind of put into the box? So obviously, it is from the training ground, but I just don't feel like he meant to loop it up as much as what he did. But he does, and Chris Basham is completely unmarked, heads it across the box, and this is the most desire I have seen all season. Jack Robinson sprints into the box and bang, absolutely puts... If the keeper would have got a touch on that, it'd have put him into the back of the net. So it's a fantastic little flick to Basham. He's really far out, Basham, as well. He's almost on the 18-yard box to the right-hand side. He heads it across, and Robinson has got the run on the defender. He's sprinting into that box, and he absolutely smashes that ball past the goalkeeper. He has got absolutely no chance. And Robinson wheels away and celebrates in front of the Blades fans. And the Blades fans are absolutely loving it behind the goal. Limbs galore. And finally, we put the game to bed. It's the 73rd minute when we score. Now, we're still going for this game. We're still going for another goal. I think when the I think when the clock struck 90 and we saw that 8 minutes went up on the board, I think that's when we panicked a little bit. And it's like, let's sit back, let's sit back, let's sit back. We can't get too many players going forward, because if we do, then we might concede a goal. And that's my worry with Blades sometimes. We do sit back too much and invite pressure on. And they could have easily gone 2-2 in this game. The ball gets knocked out, a pretty poor volley from the QPR player's point of view, but it gets flicked on, a fantastic flick, and it just hits the bar, and Wes is just staring at it, just hoping, just praying that is going to hit the crossbar. But actually, you make your luck in this game, and we made our luck in this game. We deserved to win that game, especially in that second half. I don't think that QPR even deserved to be 1-0 in front in the first place. So the fact that we're a bit between the teeth thinking, we're better than this, we've been miles better than them, we don't deserve to be 1-0 down, and then coming out, fire in the belly, and we could have actually scored 2 or 3 goals before we'd even scored our first 10 minutes into the second half. So yeah, the ball ricochets off the bar and back out for the for QPR to kind of stay 2-1 down. And then eventually, I think it's the 90 plus 5th minute, 90 plus 4th minute. Ollie Norwood picks that ball up, drives after Asula has held that ball up and flicked it onto him. He drives and drives and drives. And I'm just saying, get that third goal. It'd be good for goal difference. It'd be good just to beat a team by more than 1 goal. We seem to have struggled to do that a lot this season. So he drives and drives, plays it out to Berger. Berger plays an absolute beauty of a ball onto the toe of Conor Howrahan. And he comes in, and do you know what? I was thinking about this earlier on today. Conor Howrahan, he scored a lot of good goals in his career. We all know that he's got the talent to put the ball in the back of the net, but he's not really had a really, really good chance until this one today. And he powers that past the goalkeeper. It almost I think it flicks the goalkeeper's hair as it goes in. He hits it that hard that the goalkeeper does not see it coming. And if that is an inch or two lower, that is smashing the keeper straight in the face, because the goalkeeper is not ready for it at all. It's just hit so well. And he hit it. He got under the ball as it obviously flew up, but he hit it perfectly on the volley because he didn't have to get his leg over it. He just hit it just as it was about to hit the ground and got maximum power on it. So that is the Blades 3-1 against QPR. This was a massive, massive game for us tonight. If we'd have lost 1-0, we'd have been only 2 points in front of Middlesbrough, with them having a game in hand now. Middlesbrough have got 2 pretty routine games. So us winning this game and putting us back in pole position, we are now 5 points in front of Middlesbrough. They need to win both their games to even get 1 point more than us. So all we really need, for me, is a draw against Fulham. Now, this team that in that second half has shown that they can beat anyone in this league. We can go and do the double over Fulham. We really, really can. And on that form, I think we can beat anyone. Not saying that QPR were fantastic, but just the fact that we can play nice football, but we can also go direct, win headers in the box and score goals. Every one of those goals was from a cross. It wasn't from playing 56 passes and then Gibbs-White going through and flicking it over the keeper. We didn't need to do that. We couldn't do that because they were defending so deeply. So just the fact that I feel like we can win games in different ways now, it shouldn't have had to take us going all the way until the second to last game, because if we'd have done this against Stoke, if we'd have done this against even Coventry, who smashed us, we went 1-0 up against Coventry. If we'd have scored another goal, they'd have been dead and buried. I know they came back and scored 4, but we'd have put them to bed. We could have done this so many times this season when we played away from home, and we haven't. It's almost like we've had to pull this out of the bag. We've had to do this tonight, but it just shows that we can do it. And it's great to see. I just want to outline the fact that Iliman Ndiaye and Morgan Gibbs-White both gave everything tonight. Now, Gibbs-White, he was hobbling around, but he was still sprinting everywhere he went. He is not a lone player that is just sitting round waiting for Wolves to recall him. He cares about this club. And I'm not saying that he's going to come and sign for us. He won't. He wants to play Premier League football. It would be nice if he played a Premier League football with us next season. We signed him. But he cares about this lone club that he plays for. And it's great to see. And Ndiaye, when he got injured, he still stayed on for a bit. But when he got injured, he was beating the floor like he was devastated. I don't want to come off. I don't want to come off. I want to continue. I want us to see this game out. And yeah, he didn't finish the game, but he showed. I think can't remember when he came off, but he'd ran his race. Ndiaye was fantastic today. Like I said, Gibbs-White was. Egan just getting the crowd up. He's like, come on, come on, come on. Egan's passionate about it. I thought Sander could have been better today, but even putting that great ball in the last minute rather than taking it into the corner, I want to see us go and finish the game off. I don't want to see us run the ball into the corner, lose it within 5 seconds, and then them get it back up the other end of the pitch. I want to see us go and win the game comfortably, and it's fantastic to see. Doing a watch along as well for that. Don't get me wrong, I'd rather have been at the game because it looked a fantastic one to go to. But doing a watch along for that was really, really enjoyable too. So thanks, Ewan, for that. And again, thanks everyone for being in that stream. But yeah, I thought everyone fantastic tonight. I don't think that Wes really had anything to do. Robbo took his goal absolutely fantastically. Like I said, he also had another header that the keeper had to push wide. So Robbo was looking like he was going to score a goal, and he did, and he took it very, very well. So, and Norwood got man of the match as well. I didn't see that coming, to be honest. I'm not saying he had a bad game. I just expected Ndiaye to get it, or Gibbs-White, or someone like that, someone that actually scored. Actually, Gibbs-White was fantastic, but obviously it's normally the goal scorers that get given the man of the match. But yeah, fantastic to watch. Really, really enjoyed it. We are coming for Fulham. We really are. I think we can go and beat them now, and I think we can even finish higher than Luton. Possibly, we could finish 5th. We really could. So I've gone from thinking we're not even going to get into the playoffs to thinking now that we can finish 5th, and we could even go and win the playoffs. We really could, based on that. We can win games in different ways. Gauntlet is down. Dom, absolutely. There's a swear word in there, Ben Coles, or I would have stuck that on screen. Yeah, absolutely fantastic to see. Stunning. What a game. Honestly, what a second half performance. Wonderful show from all the lads out there. Definitely. It was one of my favourite games of the whole season. Can see Borough and Blades in the playoffs. No chance. There's no way that Borough's going to win both games and Luton's going to lose both games. I think that'd have to be. The fact that we had more shots on target than they had shots shows how dedicated we were for that win. Yeah, we really, really deserved that one. Come on, the boys. Absolutely. Down to our last game, up the Blades. It's all in our hands. It's all in our hands. And actually, depending on what happens in the games tomorrow, we could be in the playoffs by this time tomorrow. Fantastic thought, that. Fantastic thought. Hecky done a great job, Nick. Yes, he has. Hecky has been brilliant. Big up the Blades. Thank you very much, Joe. Really appreciate that, mate. Yeah, hopefully we'll be joining you next season. It's going to be a slog in those playoffs, but hopefully we can do it. Sharp confirmed to be out for weeks rather than days. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. You never know. We might see him in the playoffs. Doubt it. But at the same time, if we can play like that, then who knows? We might not even need Sharp, and we might just see him in the Prem next season. get in, destroyed them in that second half. We really, really did. Jackie, long throw, baby. Jackie, long throw. Oh. I shouldn't have done that. I've got a sore throat. There was a watch along, Ben. There was a watch along. It's been on this channel for, well, since 7:15, mate. Since 7:15. See what Middlesbrough do now. I think Middlesbrough are going to lose one of the games or draw one of the games. I think they're going to mess it up. I really do. What a game. Totally. Tracy, brilliant game to watch. Enjoyed every minute. Well, especially the last 45 plus 8. That was really, really enjoyable. Whatever Kingbottom said to him at halftime, it certainly worked up the blades. Yes, it did. It sounded like Jackie Longthrow got stuck in as well with that halftime, telling them that they need to book their ideas up. Great to see. What a win. Massive performance in the second half. James Cheatham, when was the last time we came from behind and won? It was Birmingham, because I was there. We went 1-0 down and we came back and won 2-1 with Sharp and Bogle, if I am not mistaken. Come on, Blades. Great second half. Why do we wait 45 minutes start playing well every week, don't they? You're not wrong, mate. You're not wrong. We barely ever score a goal in the first half. But if we can score 3 in every second half from now on, I don't care. Great goal from Robinson. Commented Robinson. Yes. Robinson. I like that. I like that a lot, John. Like that a lot. Poor man's ball.goal. I don't know what that means. Fantastic. Yeah, great to watch. Bill, what a win. Just hope Luton lose tomorrow, then we go up to 5th. I'm not really that bothered, to be honest. I won't mind 6th, especially if Bournemouth end up finishing 3rd. I think we can do Bournemouth and we can get into the playoff final. Team showed they want to be in dem playoffs, like you said. And I'd be in the floor, Egan egging the crowd on. Brilliant. It was great to see, Paul. It really was. Did Fulham not beat us 1-0 at Craven Cottage this season whenever they were at home? No, we beat them at Craven Cottage. And I scored. He ran literally the length of the pitch pretty much and scored a fantastic goal. What are our predictions for Fulham? I think we'll beat them. I really do. I thought we were going to draw 1-1 in this game, and I thought we were going to go and beat Fulham. That's what I was thinking. But yeah, I don't care anymore. As long as we get that point, we get over the line, that's all that matters. Said it in the watch along. First 10 minutes of the second half felt like a cup game. It really did. It really, really did. Yeah, there we go. I have to disagree about Sander. I think his recent work deserves a goal, maybe the decisive one in the playoff final. I would love that. I would absolutely love that. I think he definitely start. You can tell when Sander's on it because Sander, he puts it in from minute 1. When he doesn't put it in from minute 1, it is a worry sometimes because Sander, apologies, Sander is, I don't know, I won't say he's a big game player, but you just know when you've got the right Sander playing for you. I do think he had a good game today. I'm not saying he had a poor game. I just feel like he needed G'ing up. He big time needed G'ing up today. Bigger rest for us as well with Fulham playing Monday. Yeah, good point. Good point. Nick, will you go to the playoff final? Oh, of course I will, mate. Of course I will. I'll be at the semis. I'll be at the final if we get there. I've never missed a Blades final or semi-final since I think it was the Wednesday semi-final. I was too young to go. But since then, I've never missed one. 97 was Crystal Palace away. That was devastating in the last minute. We've obviously had Burnley. We've had Wolves. We've had the Liverpool Cup semi-finals, the Arsenal Cup semi-final. I've never missed a big game. I really haven't. I've barely missed a home game for probably 15 years. Yeah, I've never missed a big game like that. So I will be there. My dad always says that he every time we get to a final of a playoff or a semi-final, he's like, I'm not going again. And he always ends up going. So I'm sure I'll get him to go. But yeah, I'll be the same. I will never, ever, ever miss a final of anything. No matter, we could lose the playoff final 50 times. I will never want to miss that 51st time when we win that playoff final. I would not let myself. I would not let myself. I would not forgive myself. The only big game that I've ever really missed, that I really wish I'd have gone to, is 4-2 Wednesday when we beat them. And that's just because I'd just come back from Thailand on holiday with my wife. Yeah, I'll never forgive myself for missing that one. So yeah. Anyway, let's leave it there. Robbo was man of the match. There we go. How many corners today? 15, 16. It had to be something like that, mate. It really, really did. It's got that feeling that whoever finishes third and doesn't go up between Bournemouth and Forest will be deflated. I don't think Forest will be that deflated because I don't think Forest really expect to go up second. Bournemouth will be proper deflated. But yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe they might be a little bit deflated, but I still think Forest are going to be very, very difficult to beat in the playoffs. Can we please put Jackie Longthrow at the back post for these corner routines instead of Egan? That might be right, but Jackie Longthrow coming in and powering him in, mate. Nick, where are you sitting at the Fulham game? I would love to meet you. I sit on the south stand every game, mate. 𝐍𝐸𝐶, row FF. Yeah, if you're about, let me know. We'll have a chat and all that lot. That's me done. Thank you very much for watching, guys. What a fantastic game of football we've just seen, especially that second half. That second half was my favourite second half of the whole season. I really enjoyed the Middlesbrough one. The Middlesbrough game as a whole was probably my favourite of the season, but that second half, the way that we took it to QPR, it just makes me think that we can beat anyone. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.